that's exactly that's what I would do. If I get an H2C, I would have two AMS connected to the right side, and probably I'd put at least one on the left hand side, but maybe even two. Right now, I have four AMS on my H2D connected.
All right, we're live, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. But yeah, so more than five color prints would require that. Anything
Yeah.
under five colors, and you wouldn't have to do that. And not sure how often that would be. And the other thing, and I talk about this in tomorrow's video. The other thing is having that point two and that point six at the ready. I think will be advantageous
Yeah.
because I think I might use that more than I would use more than a five color print. Other than now, you on the other hand, Ed, are a different story because you do a lot of multicolor printing, so it might actually make more sense for you to get those extra two nozzles on there. The other thing is the AMS HT is number five. If you connected
Hmm.
on the right nozzle there, if you had two of those, that would get you to six, and then you could do the other 2.4s on there. But for just one AMS connected to that side, the 4.4 nozzles that it comes with is enough for that. And then you have the point two and the point six at the ready.
Hmm.
So if you wanted to prototype something, which I'm always like designing stuff, and again, like different use cases, different things, I'm always designing stuff, and it might make more sense for me to do fast prototyping with the point 0.6 nozzle instead of using the point 0.4. And the only reason I do that is because I'm too lazy to change it, and it's already there now, so I can't be too lazy to change it.
Sure. Yeah.
So that might be good. But for you, like you print a ton of multicolor stuff, so I could see you having four AMSs on the right hand side. But yeah, if they had the vortex on each side, that or the vortex, that would be crazy to have it on both sides. It would be really, really cool. Then you're talking, you can get into some of that like three-dimensional hue forge, I guess is the best description of it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Instead of just like really
Hmm.
basic colors, like you could have like some mixed colors and stuff like that, and you could do a whole bunch of really crazy interesting stuff with that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But looking forward to seeing what you're printing here.
Yeah, so this is the model that's printing right now, and we'll take a look at it here. But it's a seven
Wow.
color
That's crazy, man. Look at
benchy,
that Pepsi. Look at that Pepsi.
and it's
That's
specifically
crazy.
for the H2C. His it says 17 hours here. I have all bamboo stuff in there, but mine came out at 22 hours. But like, if you were to do this same one, so right now, or it's 23 hours 14 minutes on the H2D, the same model with the same everything, which is another two nozzle system.
Hmm.
1 day, 9 hours, 8 minutes. So almost 10 hours more on the
Hmm.
H2D. And on the X1 carbon, it's even more crazy.
Oh, yeah, there has to be 2 days.
I think it's close to 2 days. I think it's like 1 day and 19 hours or something crazy like that. Yeah, 1 day, 19 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So like
Well,
Justin was saying, like sure you can print this with the X1C, but unless you have like three or four of them like Ed, like who's gonna sit there and tie up their X1C for almost 2 days, 1 day and 19 hours. So
What's the flush volume difference?
oh I'm sure it's insane. So flushing 470 grams over almost half a roll on the X1C compared to on the H2C.
That, that,
135.
yeah, you know what I find, uh, the real advantage for me of the multiple AMS on the H2D, I mean, I have two on each side. Plus, I have one AMS HT on each side also. So
You
even
never
though
have
they
to
have
load filament. You just, whatever
exactly,
color you
I,
need, it's
I,
in there
I
already ready to go.
not always, of course. You know, it depends. You know, I don't have all uh, every color in there, but I have a lot of the basic colors,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and I can just select uh, directly from what's there. I mean, sometimes I do need to move them around, and what I try to do is leave one open on each side, so I can very easily, if I have to take it from another AMF that I have in the X1C, a color that I have that I don't have in the H2D, then I can just pick it out of one of the X1C AMS and just plop it in the empty spool. So I try not to use to have the H2, I'm sorry, the AMS HT with a filament inside while I'm printing. So I can use those as the ones that I'm going to go ahead and switch from the other six AMS that I have in the X1Cs. So it's great. I mean, I hardly ever have to move things around, but I do move them around, of course, especially if I'm going to print with
Yeah,
one
you
color that
print
I don't have.
a ton of multicolors, so that
Yeah,
makes a
yeah,
lot of sense for you
yeah. Because I
on
print for
there.
my grandkids. Yeah, basically stuff for
Yeah,
my grandkids. You know.
yeah. What I did is you can't get a an AMS 2 right now or an AMS 1. That's even on a couple of week back order.
Mm-hmm.
So I took my second AMS for my H2D and I put that one on the
Mm-hmm.
H2C. And then I took
Mm-hmm.
my second AMS for my X1C, so the first generation one, and that's now my second AMS on my H2D. And then I
Mm-hmm.
just have one AMS on my X1C because I'm like, with the with the H2C and the H2D, why are you ever going to do anything more than four colors on a X1C? That'd be insane. Other than if I'm just testing
Sure.
something and I can quickly
Sure.
move it over. So it just makes sense for me to just have the one AMS on that one and then two AMSs on the other ones. But I might, when they're back in stock, get a couple of more to do that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
really interesting in your slicer was not only the filament waste, but the cost. On the H2C, it dropped to like $6. On the X1C, it was $14. And what also was interesting was the model itself is only friggin' 17 grams.
Yeah,
It's
it's the tiny little
239 grams to
benchy.
print.
Yeah, it's a tiny little benchy. Yeah, 17 grams with 135 flushed, and that's the optimized, most optimized printer. Is almost 10 times the flush just to print the little model.
Now, of course,
So
that
the
whoever
question
would do it is,
the,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the question is that even really efficient? Because you're only printing a 17-gram model, but you're wasting 150 grams for a 17-gram model,
Oh, of course. I
even
mean,
even with the new printer.
I don't think I mean whoever prints this is just because they wanted to test it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never print a benchy like that. I mean, why would I print a benchy like that? You know what it looks like? If somebody took a lot of scrap filament
And
and just
melted it together
and
like,
melted
but not all
together
the way, right?
exactly melted them in a model. And you actually pressure it. What do you call this? Uh, a mold in a mold.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
you
Like an
and
injection
that's what it
mold.
looks like. Exactly. That's what it looks like. I mean, I don't think any of us would ever print something like that, right?
No, this is
It's,
straight for test, but like who would ever print
exactly.
like this stupid little boat other than to test it as well? But I
I
guess
guess
it has all 7 colors in every layer or something like
yeah,
that.
but I do want to mention the reason you're getting so much flush is because you have one AMS on the left and one AMS on the right. If you put both on the right nozzle and put the seventh color on the external spool, you wouldn't flush it.
Yeah, or I think 1 color on the left and 6 colors on the right, I think would be the
Yeah, that's
fastest, right?
pretty much what I'm saying. If you put
Yeah.
the both of the AMS on the right side, so you put 6 colors on one side and the seventh color on the external spool, it wouldn't flush anything.
Yeah.
So maybe put the AMS HT on the
Yeah, that would
left-hand
give
side
me
there.
5, right? On that side.
Well, yeah, no, but then you can actually put 2 AMS on the right-hand side.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
could put the HT on this side and then the other one. Yeah, I could do it that way.
Yeah, that way it doesn't flush. That I did that.
I'll do that on next week's stream. I'll set that up. I'll have the HT on the left and the 2 AMSs on the right, and we'll
Yeah,
print
you're gonna have
something
to
else.
use the HT. You can feed it to the external spool because I did that. I was printing
That
something that was like
thing-
6 or 7 colors.
That thing got
Right.
thrown in the trash can as hard as I could throw it.
What did?
The external spool holder, those things
Oh,
get
no,
thrown in the
yeah.
trash immediately.
I
Phew.
I have 3 of them. I've never used them.
Yeah, I have the HT. I don't have anything in there, so I could use that. That's a
Well,
good idea.
either way, you don't need to have the spool holder. You can just feed it manually and hold it yourself if you want. The point is, put 6 colors on the right nozzle because you have 6 nozzles on the right.
I don't have the other 2.4s though. That's the other thing.
Yeah, they're out of difficult to get. They're out of stock.
Yeah, they're out of
Every time
stock.
it comes into stock,
You know what?
they go out of stock.
Send me that file. I'm gonna open it and see what it tells me.
It's let me pull it up on the search for that 3D Benchy H2C.
I'll search for it.
Yeah, that's why his is 17 hours and mine is 22 hours. It's because of that. But I only have 4 nozzles, so I could put 7 AMSs on the right hand side, and it's not going to do anything.
Yeah. Well, it's still gonna help. How many nozzles you have? 4?
Yeah, the 4.
Yeah. Wouldn't do anything.
I mean, maybe it would flush a little bit quicker, but I don't think it would be.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't be 4 hours enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's an amazing technology. The printer's just incredible.
Yeah, when they have it on both sides, it'll be even crazier.
I can then right now you can tell the printer that the AMS that is on the left nozzle, you can just tell the printer no, it's on the right nozzle and slice it again. So you don't even have to. I don't even have to do anything.
Yeah, when I first sliced it, and I didn't sync my printer, I think it did have all of those on that side.
Yeah.
But now that I synced my printer, if I close it and reopen it, I think it'll.
No,
do
but
that.
you can tell the printer even if it's not there. You can tell the printer, hey, I moved this to the right side because the printer doesn't know where it is really connected.
Well, why wouldn't it? I mean, when you assign it, you assigned it.
Mm-hmm.
Assign it to the other side. But
Yeah, because whenever it does its first thing, it sends something out to see which nozzle this AMS pokes the filament through. Again, if I just open this model up again without syncing this, it will do that, and it'll have all of those on there, but I've already synced mine, so it won't do it again, and I don't want to do all of that. But yeah, and I don't have the other 2.4 nozzles because they're out of stock.
Mm-hmm.
again, you have 6.4 nozzles, right, on the right hand side.
Yeah, I
Gabe
do.
does.
And if you run it, can you run it in yours and just tell us how many hours it say it's gonna be?
Yeah, just give me a few minutes because I'm trying to upload my pictures for today because I just arrived home.
The only thing, the colors won't be, you may not have them in the AMS, so
It doesn't matter.
unless you say, well, just use each color.
Yeah, I can tell the matches. Yeah, I do have them, even if I don't.
And this nozzle heats up so fast.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
When it goes and picks up another one and it comes back, if you watch it, it goes from like 100 and something all the way up to 220 pretty instantaneously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's like 7 or 8 seconds.
That's the thing that worries me is how long will the heating up, cooling down, heating up, cooling down, heating up, cooling down, how long will that affect the life of the nozzle?
Oh, that's a really good question, and we're gonna find out
Well,
at some
we're
point,
gonna find out in about 12 months
or less.
or less.
I'm more concerned with the nozzle of the mechanism having to go up and down all the time.
Oh,
Because
it's one belt slip away from. Good thing I kept the box and can send this thing back to Bamboo. Yeah, it's one. Because look at this thing. And it's fast. It's like zoom, zoom. It goes fast. Like one
Yeah.
belt slip
Yeah.
and it gets out of time and it's
Yeah.
crunching all of that stuff up. So yeah, I'm worried about that too. But yeah, it is crazy, and yeah, I don't know what that'll do to the nozzle, and why they're immediately selling hardened nozzles for 60 or $70 or whatever. That's probably
because
a
people
hint.
buy them.
Yeah, that too.
If I get it, I would have 6.4 and probably have at least one extra in case one of them goes down and breaks down like I have a spare. I would have at least one.
Yeah, I would, if I were ever to get an H2C, they would all be hard nozzles, and I would have at least one or two extras.
Yeah, as soon as they're in stock, I'll probably get
Yeah,
seven or
All
eight
of
of
them, all
them.
of them are the hard nozzles, so that they're selling a harder one.
Like a tungsten, was it?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
something like that.
expensive, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't see why you would even need it.
Other than longevity of the, like Justin's saying, the heating up and cooling down and all of that. Other than that.
Since it has a board on the nozzle itself, they're saying that third party is going to be difficult to get third party hot ends because I don't think Bamboo's going to give out the technology so people can copy them.
Oh,
That's what I
they are
heard.
made in China, so I'm pretty sure someone already copied
Oh,
them.
somebody
Yeah,
steal
they're
it?
already
Steal it?
copied.
maybe so. Maybe so.
They have them on.
AliExpress.
They have them on Amazon, and it says official H2C induction hot end, but it says brand whatever. Right? I ain't gonna try to chew their name up, but it's surely a Chinese brand or whatever. It's not like Bamboo on Amazon or whatever. I don't know if I would trust those, but
I would never buy that. That messes up your printer, and then Bamboo can say the warranty's uncovered. I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't play around with it.
Yeah, they've
Oh,
been
me
telling
neither.
people their warranty's uncovered when it is anyway.
Forget it.
But yeah, I would never buy those because I don't trust what's in there. But like if Big Tree Tech or something put a nozzle out, I would probably trust theirs because all of their stuff has been pretty good so far. But yeah, the no name, can't pronounce name, official H2C or some same thing on AliExpress or on Banggood or whatever. Yeah, I'm not. I don't have a H2C to throw at the game like that. So I probably wouldn't trust
Yeah.
those. But it
Yeah,
looks like there's
I'm
some
slicing.
copies out there right now.
I'm slicing the Benchy. Let's see what it says.
Boy, I don't know if anybody heard, I saw two different YouTube videos today, that there is a new printer coming out. I don't think it's bamboo. Actually, I'm sure it's not bamboo, but it's a 400, and apparently there's some technology in there involved because this guy from what is it? Friday, what is it called? Something Friday. He comes every Friday. He has a YouTube video. He designs his own. Anyway, he said he had a printer and he couldn't talk about it, but he directly gave some information on it, and he used it apparently to print an item today. He showed it. It was actually last night, and it's supposed to have a. He was able to print PLA in a heated chamber with a feature that is added to it, which you can't talk about. So you can print PLA in a heated chamber, and that's how he was able to print this print that he had today. If you watch it, we might be able to figure out what it is. But he said in a month he'll be able to talk about it. So there's another printer coming out. I'm kind of wondering who it could be. But I think he said that it's not bamboo. He said if you're looking to buy something not a bamboo, this is the one you might want to consider. But he didn't say much. He said in a month he'll be able to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
It'll be good. I
Okay.
think it's all good. It's all good stuff. Like people
Sure.
are pushing the
Sure.
boundaries of all of this stuff, which
Sure.
is just good for us. It's just really
Sure.
good for us, honestly.
Sure. This print you put up, I printed this for my grandson. Now he's into Star Wars, so he took it home already. It's about
Sorry, go ahead.
it's about I would say 9 inches tall, 8 inches tall. Prints, of course, the black print separate, and the rest are just assemble like Legos.
Nice.
Yeah, it does look like a little Lego thing. I think you guys were on mute this whole time. Sorry about that, everybody. I didn't see anybody say anything on chat. I don't think my chat's working, but I think you guys are unmuted now.
Okay.
Oh,
Can
they
you hear
didn't
me?
miss much. Yeah, we can hear you, but
Oh.
I don't think we were on the streaming. No one could hear us.
Okay.
Oh, Jack in the shop said that he could hear him. Okay, good.
Anyway, so that's just one that I printed for him, and he already took it home.
Oh, it looks really good.
Yeah, it's a nice B1 battle droid there.
Uh-huh.
Is
And
that the matte, the PLA matte caramel latte or whatever?
I think that's the desert tan.
The desert tan?
Yeah, I think that's the desert tan.
It's a cool color.
It's a Bamboo Lab matte desert tan. It's not the. It's desert tan. Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's
Yeah, the
actual name.
latte and the caramel are hard to get a hold of too.
Yeah.
It's a cool print.
And the black is just regular. I think that's basic PLA. For my granddaughter. I had printed one similar to it about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. She asked me to print these, so I printed these for her. These work with the actual support on them. They're small. They're about maybe 1.5 inches tall, 2 inches tall, not even 2 inches tall.
They look like Great Pyrenees. I used to have 2 Great Pyrenees.
Yeah. He came out cute. I mean, they're cute little dogs.
Yeah, they came out nice. And great color for the tongue, not just being red, but fuchsia or whatever is a good color choice there.
Mm-hmm.
And no stripes on it or bleeding or anything, which is nice. Just the you can see
Mm-hmm.
where the model has it inside or whatever, but no like
Yeah.
bandit stripes around it or whatever.
I printed this in the H2D, so there's only 3 colors.
Yeah.
Uh, so what it does is white is on one side and the black and whatever the other color is called on the other one. It's pretty clean.
Yeah, came out nice. Yeah, this one turned out nice too. Is this from
Yeah,
the same designer that Justin's always printing or a different one?
I'm not sure if it's the same one. This is in Maker's World. He has like maybe actually a number of planes, and none of them
Yeah,
you
it
need glue.
is.
You can, huh? I'm sorry.
It's
The
the
same
same
one?
designer. Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
PB. I think
Exactly.
he changed his name. It used to be PB Pence 1994. Now I think it's just PB 194.
Exactly. So he has a bunch of them on Maker World. So I printed like I think 5 different ones. The only thing that I didn't adjust is if you look since it's, since the wings are and also the body is printed on its side. It has those. I didn't do anything to try to
The
eliminate
ironing.
those grooves.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's on purpose. Like it's right in the right place. It looks intentional. Even like on the wings too, it looks intentional. Where he put the layers or whatever,
yeah.
and the way it
Well, they,
printed, and then like look at the lines on the window are
yeah,
intentional. Like, all of
Yeah,
these models, the more I look at them, like that type of stuff, I think is intentional because it looks cool to have it on the fuselage right there to have the ringing or whatever that's called.
this one
yeah.
prints,
He
of
does
course,
a lot of his stuff intentional like that, especially his earlier models.
and no no glue at all. I mean, I didn't use any glue on any of this. It's gonna be sitting in a shelf, so
And the prop does spin
yeah,
on his prop
yeah,
planes.
yeah, yeah. You just spin it and it goes around in circles. And it's a fairly fast print. You know, I don't remember how long it took, but it didn't take long.
Yeah, really cool print.
The blue is a bamboo lap matte blue. It looks lighter there than in person. I think the light in the H2D uh, makes it look lighter than the blue looks lighter than it actually is. A little darker,
Yeah,
the blue.
yeah. This guy's making a killing on his crowdfunding. Just on the SR-71, he made almost $40,000.
Wow.
Golly.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a chunk
all
of
these are
change.
free. Well, these are you can print them for free. Now he says that if you want to sell them, you can get a license for them. But I don't sell anything.
Yeah, and, a few months ago, I printed a P-51 that he made, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, these are really cool.
Did you get the SR-71, Gabe?
I haven't. I do intend getting it at some point, but I haven't.
Yeah, he just announced his next crowdfund, which is a giant World War II plane, Spitfire.
Spitfire. Nice.
The wings in the top, in the back, are supposed to have red, and I put red in there, but it was not enough red to make it look red. It looks like a pinkish color. I think the black kind of there's not enough red in that line there. So that printed fast print. That was a very fast print and printed fairly well.
Yeah, that's a cool model too.
Yeah, I definitely need to get the SR-71. I love that airplane.
Yeah, this one's free, and then the big one, like what
Mhm.
I printed, that's almost 3 foot long, is the crowdfund.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
that's the one that I obviously I want because why do it small, right? If you can waste a lot more filament by making it bigger.
My problem is I don't have a lot of space to put all this stuff.
Oh, neither
And
do I.
and my grandson takes some of them, but this one I'm not gonna give to him. He's too small for this.
Yeah, but
I need
I don't have a lot of space left to put stuff. But my son, he loves airplanes.
hmm
To the point that he said airplane before he said mama
Oh, there
when
you
he
go.
was. So
And Papa wants to become a pilot, right? Are you taking
well,
classes?
so he convinced me to take flying lessons because he came when he was like 6 years old. He just turned 11 a few months ago, like 2 months ago.
hmm
And he came to me when he was like 6.5. Or, Papa, I want you to take flying lessons so we can fly together.
There you go.
I was like,
And
okay.
how much more do you? How long before you get your license?
So I already have all the hours. I just need to take the FAA written exam, in which I just need to make the time to study for it. Then once I get the exam, I can take the check ride.
Oh,
So it could be any moment as long as I can make the time to study.
Yep, I printed this one too. This one's a good one.
The
Matte,
Phantom.
yeah, the Phantom. The matte filament though makes it fairly brittle.
Looks cool though. Really good color
Mm-hmm.
combination.
Yeah.
yeah, and that is matte. That is matte green and desert tan, I think. So most of them are matte, actually.
Yeah, it looks really good. I need to start ordering some of the matte filaments. I did get, I haven't used that yet. I got the, what is it, the charcoal matte.
Yeah, I don't use that
Oh
enough
yeah.
either. I have some of that and I hardly ever use it. And I
So
should use it more.
that's the second one that I ordered. The first one is the dark green, the military green.
hmm
I have that one, and now I have the charcoal coil, but I haven't actually tried it yet.
I have white, red, brown. I have most of the colors on
Yeah.
the matte and also the basic. I tend to print more on basic because it's stronger than
Mm-hmm.
and the matte. But the matte, you see less layer line, and as long as strength is not that important, I sometimes prefer to use the matte colors.
Yeah, on the matte, I tend to double up the walls.
hmm
If it calls for 2, I put 4. I make the infill stronger, just to help with the
Mm-hmm.
fragility of it.
Yep. Yeah. But they're great. The support, tree support on with a matte filament are very easy to remove. Much easier to remove than the basic. The basic PLA basic is much harder to take out some of those support
Hmm.
than the matte is. The matte is much easier. And so many of these. The thing is, when I select them, I sometimes I think I'm sending it the pictures more than once because I can't tell what I've sent. I like this one actually. I like the way this one came out.
Yeah, this one came out cool too. And again, the ringing looks very intentional and adds to it. Looks really, really cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's the same one that I printed, and
Yeah, I
but
printed
I
that one too.
but I use Silk Plus filaments, so it look shinier.
This is
I,
Silk Plus.
I'm
Is it
Yeah.
Did you slow down
the walls?
the
No,
walls or
no,
whatever?
Okay, so
no.
that's
I printed it to uh, the default on it.
yeah.
But
When I
this is
print
the Silk.
okay. When I printed this one, I lowered the layer lines, the height, and I also slowed down the printer on purpose. It would look shinier, and it would
Hmm.
get less lines as well.
I'm really hoping he does a crowdfund of this one too in a bigger version. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, this one turned out great. I love the red accents, and then I actually
Hmm.
did one that is silver and yellow and silver and blue.
You know, I did a silver and blue for my brother, and I did the silver and red for my son.
Now, could you just blow this up a little? I mean, as uh, and
You
in the
you
H2U,
could
you
you
could probably print
could
it at 150, 170%.
you could, but some of the I guess the fitment of the parts might not be perfect. So the tolerances
Well, not,
for some of it might not be perfect.
and his crowdfund ones have a lot more detailed panel lines and everything else. So he does it to where it's smooth. It doesn't have the ringing in it like these ones.
Hmm. Yeah, I just printed the standard size. I don't know where I would put them, even bigger than this.
Yeah, all of these models are really cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to start
Yeah.
printing some of them. But again, where do you put them? I have to start making some wall mounts for them.
Hmm.
Oh, really cool color combination on here. I like the gold window on here. Looks cool.
Yeah, the design I think had it for yellow, but I decided to use gold. Just regular basic gold, not the really silk, not the silk gold, just the regular gold.
Well, it looks really good.
Yeah, it turned out nice.
And I like the wings. They move. The wings, you can move them up, forward or backwards. You'll see another picture here. When it changes, you'll see the wings here are leaning forward, and then the next one, I think they're leaning back. There you go.
Yeah, he articulated the wings on this one.
Hmm. Hmm.
His Spitfire crowdfund that just launched yesterday. Well, not even yesterday, is this morning. has already done almost $3,000, and it's still got 30 days to go.
Oh wow.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn how to design.
Start learning
Oh, that's
Fusion.
nothing. Wait till you see
Blender.
some of my pictures. I'll show you a different crowdfund that I became a part of, and they are sitting at $175,000.
Oh wow.
wow.
I'm on the wrong line of business. I wonder how much of that money goes towards bamboo.
I believe bamboo takes 3 or 6%, something like that.
Okay.
To give them that
That's not
Apple
bad.
tax.
That's not bad.
Yeah, well, that's not bad considering
Yeah.
how much money you're making thanks to them.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole ecosystem is set up ready to go for all of this. So it's pretty good. Well, thanks for sending those in, Ed. If you liked any of those, be sure to smash the like button. And next, I'll show one that won't be on tomorrow's video, but a really cool one that I printed on the H2C. But this one, this Hue Forge one turned out pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Wow, that turned out awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's the picture's not doing it justice. It looks really good.
Is that on Maker World too?
Yeah, it's on Maker World.
What's it called?
Just Hue Forge Iron Man or whatever, and that's the colors that were in there, the gray and the white and the red and everything. I just followed whatever colors were in there, and it turned out great. I think it's gold, red, white, and gray and black.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it turned out nice.
By the way, I submitted the picture of the slicer of that benchy. And you wanna bring it up at some point?
All right.
Hello?
This is the model. You can see that's what his print turned out like.
Iron Man plan.
Hue Forge 6 colors. Oh, it looks really good.
But yeah, it turned out awesome. All right, next up will be, but does it fly? Do any of those fly? We'll have to find out.
Well, you throw them out the window,
Yeah.
they will fly
For a
very short
second or
time.
two.
Yeah, for a very short time.
All right. Oh, these are cool. I saw these too. I almost printed a couple of these. I like this little Darth Vader one. These are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been on a flexi kick lately because I've been signing up to a lot of Patreons and then printing them and selling them in the shop, and these things fly off the shelves.
So you have a shop on a shopping mall, is it?
It's kind of like they call it a marketplace. It's kind of like an antique store, but there's like 400 vendors in it.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah, my son wanted to put a store on the farmers market, but they don't allow him to sell 3D prints down here. At least the farmers market nearby.
Yes, some of these I sell, some of them I don't because I don't have the license for them.
Hmm.
But some of them I do. The Iron Man I do. The little Jawa and the Darth Vader. I'm still trying to get the license from the guy. He's overseas, so it's hard to get him on the email. But eventually, I'll hear back.
Yeah, in my case, I do have a license to sell everything from Flexi Factory that I print, and I have the subscription to STL Flix as well. So we have stuff that we could sell. We just don't have a place to sell them.
Yeah, I probably have $200 or $300 a month worth of commercial licenses that I pay for.
That's a lot. $300 a month?
Well, if you're making the money back, it's not a lot. If you're paying it
No,
just
no,
for
no.
fun,
Yeah, of
yes, it
course.
is.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course. Of course.
Yeah, in my case, I paid, I think, like 110 a year for the Flexi Factory one, and the STL Flix, I got the lifetime plan, so I don't really pay anything for it anymore.
I actually got Nomad Sculpt, which is a 3D program where you can sculpt your own flexes and characters and pretty much anything you want on the iPad or on the computer. So I'm in the process of designing my own flexes,
Oh,
so
nice.
I can hopefully cut down on the Patreons a little bit.
What is the software name?
Nomad Sculpt.
Oh, Nomad.
N-O.
I do have it on my son wanted it, and I got it for him on his tablet.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of good tutorials on YouTube about it. I actually have a turtle shell coming up in the pictures that I sculpted last night and exported and printed.
Yeah, my son
Is it?
designed, he loves orcas, so he designed an orca, and we printed it last year, like maybe the summer.
Has anybody tried the Bamboo's version of that? Because Bamboo has a version that you actually can create your own flexes. I've never tried it.
I tried it. So you can take something that is flat and you can make it flexy, but it's
That's what
not
it is.
yeah.
It's not. You can't do this. You can't do anything like this.
No, not yet. I guess that would
Okay.
be. At least when I
Yeah.
tried it a few months ago, I might actually have something in my desk that my son did somewhere around here.
Yeah, I haven't tried that. I haven't tried. And they also have one now that you can actually do your own a little doll yourself, right? I haven't played with that either. Like a bobblehead, I understand.
Yeah, I haven't played with that one either.
Yeah, I haven't messed
Yeah,
with
I
those
think
either.
I'm gonna have to try some of those.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call those mapaches.
Hmm.
Yeah, this one is from a guy on Patreon, and he has a bunch of different animals and stuff. This is the only one I've printed of his, because his other animals, I don't know, there's just something I don't like about them, but I thought this one was cool, so I decided to print it.
Yeah, I like it. Looks really cool.
But when we moved to our house 40 years ago, in our neighborhood there were raccoons, fox. I mean, a bunch of different animals that you don't see them any longer. I saw a fox maybe like a year ago, but they used to be all over the place around here. And this is just, it's a city.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
Yeah,
there's a lot of woods. But they live everywhere. Now you don't see as many as there used to be.
Yeah,
Like
we do have a pack of coyotes that shows up a few times a month around my house.
I've never seen any coyotes, but I've seen fox around here,
Yeah.
raccoons, and what do you call this animal? Is ugly as hell. Uh, they carry their babies in their back.
Possums.
Yeah, possum, possum. And I remember my son when he was on like 4 years old. One of the possum died in the backyard, and he ran in saying that there's a dead wolf uh, in the backyard. He said he looked like a wolf. He was like 5 years old. He's 42 now.
So the,
Years
the
ago.
question is, what was it really dead or just plain possum?
No, no, it was dead. It was dead. Yeah, it stunk as hell too. We had to put it in a plastic bag, and yeah, it was not fun.
That's a nice whale.
Yeah, this one was on Maker World too. It's just a quick little simple print.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody being affected by the weather now?
Uh,
Well,
It's
I think
summer.
not in Orlando, right? But
yeah, I was
north,
gonna
right?
say, I think it's like 60 degrees here. 63
Well,
to be exact.
it was it was 81 today in Miami.
Oh, it, it was 79 here during the day, but right now it's 63.
It's 8 degrees right now. So
It's 9 degrees here.
It's
For
72
you
degrees
guys.
here. It's 72 in Miami right now.
Yeah, it's gonna get to 35 next week here during the night.
Oh, what are y'all gonna do?
I have no idea. So
I mean,
jokes
nobody's
aside,
going out. Nobody's
Yeah.
going out.
yeah, jokes aside, the ACs here are not really designed to heat up the house when it gets that cold.
Yeah.
Because we only get like 2 or 3 days a year that it gets that cold. So the AC is not really designed to heat up the house when
Yeah.
it really gets that cold.
I don't think I don't think I've turned on the heater in my house in 10 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
I
when it gets
have
a little
it.
chilly, I put uh, a windbreaker on or something like that, and it's efficient.
It snowed a
And cheaper.
tiny little bit here last night, which is the first like enough snow to I had to go outside and scrape the sidewalks and everything with the shovel, which is the first time this year, which is pretty out of the ordinary.
Yeah, once I this, that's really late.
Yeah, and it was only a little bit, which I would have just left it, but it only got up to like 13 today, so I was like, well, it's not gonna melt, so I've got to go out there with the shovel and scrape it.
Yeah, the first time I went to Colorado, it was October, I believe. And so I went to Fort Collins, and it snowed on my first night there. So when I woke up the next day, the rental car was full of snow. And I was like, so how do I clean this? Because they didn't give me anything to clean it with. I ended up grabbing the hotel room key and just pretty much just scraping the windshield with it.
We used to use our military ID cards to do that in Germany.
Well,
They
it's
worked
same
perfect.
size. They're
Worked
the same
perfect.
size. They work. They're the same size. The only difference in getting a military ID card is a bit harder than going to the front desk and requesting another key.
Is this the little turtle shell that you modeled in that program? That turned out pretty good, actually.
yeah, this is the turtle shell I sculpted in a Nomad sculpt, and I didn't know anything about exporting it or whatnot. I just exported it as an STL. I forgot to smooth it before I exported it, but it printed okay.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to find some of those videos on how to use it because I do have the software. My son is the one that plays with it every now and then.
Yeah, I can make it a lot smoother than that. That's just simple export.
No, even if it's not, you keep saying that it's not smooth. I see it fairly smooth, to be honest. It looks really good, and I love the details.
Thank you. That was my first time using that program, so I just
Well,
wanted to do something simple.
that's awesome. Good job. So next Saturday, you're gonna have to teach us how to use it.
Yeah. You're gonna have a whole turtle, a whole sea of turtles.
Yeah, my only
Yeah,
complaint about the print, it shouldn't have been green.
Yeah.
yeah. I just threw it in there just to see how it would do. But
Well, it looks really good, and you should be proud of yourself.
this is another one that's on Maker World. Um, this I've been trying to find 1980s kind of flexies from different movies and stuff, and printing those up and giving them out to the kids in the neighborhood.
How many of the kids know that that's RoboCop?
Well,
Not very many.
so the funny thing is that I guess back in the 80s, my parents would tell me, be careful with the drug dealers giving you free drugs first just to hook you up. Now you're giving 3D printers for free to hook them up.
That's how they
So,
get you.
yeah.
Yeah, a couple of the kids in the neighborhood actually got 3D printers for Christmas because of the prints that I would give them, and they would run home and show their parents.
You know, it's funny because in my son's school, a bunch of the kids got 3D printers this Christmas because of my son. So it's a bit funny seeing how that works.
That's why they
Is that
say word of mouth is the cheapest and most effective form of advertising.
yes? Is that a bamboo gray?
Yeah, bamboo gray, bamboo beige, and bamboo base black.
Mm.
Oh, nice. It's a cool picture frame.
That is part of the crowd fund that I was talking about. That's raised $175,000. They got 3 days left on the crowd fund, but what it is it's a website that is basically a software program, and you put in the dimensions of the frame you want, what kind of texture you want on the frame, if you want wood, if you want
Oh, nice.
smooth, whatever, and then it creates it all for you. You download the 3MF and print it. And there's keyholes on every single piece of the frame, so it doesn't matter if it's horizontal or vertical, you will have a keyhole there for it.
Nice.
And so I crowdfunded them. I think it was, I don't know, like $120 for the commercial license. And I'm going to put a lot of my laser engraving stuff and Hue Forge stuff in these.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I think the brown frame and the white frame cost about $2.98 to print, maybe. So way cheaper than going to Hobby Lobby or Walmart and buying a frame. Now, granted, there's no glass in it, but I have a laser cutter that can cut clear acrylic, so I could put an 1/8 inch clear acrylic piece in there
Mm-hmm.
for next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And do they have a funding that is not including selling, license to sell, only to print your own?
Yes, I don't know how many are left, but they do have several tiers that is not commercial license, and you're still able to use the software and everything and print out your own frames. So yeah, it's on the Bamboo site under crowdfunding.
See.
That's really cool. Really, really cool.
Frames can be very expensive.
Yeah.
If
And
you actually order
it
them,
snaps
it's like,
together.
Even if
It
you
all
have
snaps
the
together.
machinery to do this, like I have all of the stuff out of my garage to do this, even the wood and everything, the walnut and all of that, Paduke, whatever. But even the wood, you're not going to get this for $4, and the wood alone is going to be $20 for good wood, like walnut or Paduke or something nice, So this is fairly inexpensive, and then for what it adds to a lithophane, a little Hue Forge or whatever, like what you can add to the price of that in your little booth, like way more than the $3 and the $120. I mean, you should be able to get that back pretty quick. A couple frames in, you should be able to get that back, because again, you're not going to get a frame for under $15 of some cheap
Mm-hmm.
plastic stuff at Walmart.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
put in the link to the crowdfunding that I found. Not sure if it's the same one, but it looks the same one.
But yeah, I mean, I'm actually going to test it next week after the snowstorm and everything passes on laser engraving a picture on some black acrylic.
Hmm.
And I cut the black acrylic to the exact size of the interior of the frame, and then a piece of clear acrylic to go on top of it. And I'm just going to glue the black acrylic to the backer and put the clear in there. It'll be just like a photo that you would buy that you can hang up.
Really cool. All right, let's check in on the most ridiculous benchy ever. The one and only time that I will print this benchy. That's funny. It made a pretty good little dent in it. We're on layer 16.
Yeah, so I
You should have
uploaded
enlarged it.
the picture.
You should have enlarged it, Lynn, because when this thing gets done, you're gonna be like, okay, that was 20 hours, and it's the size of a $50.
Yeah. Well, I was afraid it would be like a 30-hour print or something if I tried to make it any bigger. That's funny. But yeah, it's going to be the most ridiculous benchy ever, the little tiny benchy.
Now, you want to see
The most
something
expensive
ridiculous?
17 grams ever.
You want to see something ridiculous in the printer? I'm gonna put something on the chat. It takes 106 hours on the H2C.
4 days. 106? No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about on. Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I have a coworker printing one. It's 7 colors.
Yeah, that's intense. You're committed on 100-hour print. You're
Mm-hmm.
committed at that point, for sure.
or should be committed.
Yeah, just don't lose power.
That's funny. All
Speaking
right.
of power, do any of you guys have generator backups, like the battery generator backups, like the Jackery or any of those
Mm-hmm.
machines?
Mm-hmm. I do. I
I
have a
don't.
couple of eco flows.
I was thinking about getting a Jackery, but man, they're like $3,000.
Not good eco flow. Look them up. I've had a couple of them because my shed in the backyard, there's no power out there, and I have like rechargeable weed eater and all of that stuff out there. So I got the one with the little solar panels, and I put the solar panels on the shed, and it charges that little one up. And like after a year, it burned up, and I emailed them, and they sent me another one. And after a year, that one burned up, and they sent me the newer model on that one. So I got three of them out of the same one, and like that thing sat out of my garage at like, or out in my shed at like negative 20 degrees, which is horrible for a battery. Don't ever do that. But they replaced it under warranty. They're a good company, stood by their stuff even with doing all of that. And they're not that expensive. And then I bought a bigger one that is my battery backup for my 3D printers. Like the little power strip goes into that, and if there's ever a power outage, that thing will run this whole room for at least like an hour or two, so it won't delay or whatever. But I do have that. EcoFlow is the one that I do, and I have a couple other things. And then if you go camping, you can take the little battery out there camping or whatever and charge your phone, run a coffee pot, charge your iPad up, whatever, run your Starlink satellite or whatever is what I do with it out there. But it's really handy for that as well. Or if you travel, then you can take that little thing, and if anything happens, and you have a full battery or whatever. But I use EcoFlow, and they're really good, really, really good.
Yeah, I'll definitely check them out. I was just looking up Jackery because that's what a lot of the laser people use to power their
They've done
lasers at
they do a
vendor
lot of
events.
marketing on YouTube and everything. But they seem, I think they're a little bit more expensive because of the marketing. 'Cause they got to pay for it somehow. But EcoFlow seems to be pretty good. Or if you don't want it really portable or whatever, there's some guides on making your own as well. It's just a driver and cells or whatever. It's not that complicated of a thing to do if you want to make one. I've thought about making some before just to do it, just to see if you could do it. Doesn't look that hard, but I have two of the little eco flows, one out in the shed and one that I have in here, and they're great. They work great. And your little app on there you can use, and I have their air conditioner and heater. They have a whole bunch of stuff. I have their little air conditioner and heater for my tent, and in the summertime I have air conditioner in the tent with the EcoFlow that runs off the battery, and that thing has its own little battery too that you can charge your phone off of, and it has a heater too that works pretty good. They have a little refrigerator too. I have that, which is pretty good. But yeah, check out EcoFlow. They have a bunch of little products, not just batteries and stuff, but they have the solar panels and refrigerators and air conditioner heaters and all kinds of stuff. All battery operated.
Cool, I'll check them out. Thanks.
Next is Robert, and it looks like he got the RFID and everything in there. I don't think he'll be on tonight. This is on his Make a World page right now. I think he showed part of this last week, but I believe
Yeah, he did.
it's finished now. Oh, that's something different. Yeah, if you go to Robert's page, you can get this desiccant container for the spool with the RFID tag.
I think he changed the the cap on it, right? Because before you would
Mhm.
screw it on, and the cap were one and the same together, I think.
Something like that.
And yeah, so now I guess you don't have to get it out of the spool to change the desiccant if you have to change the desiccant.
It's a really cool design for sure.
Yeah, really cool design. And then I guess this is a mask. See how it's bent? So he said I 3D printed it first in PLA, then using a heat gun to warm it up and make it flexible, put it on a paper towel and pressed it to his face, using the paper towel to insulate his face. And he plans to add glitter. But that turned out pretty nice from a flat piece like this to shaped around like
Mm-hmm.
that. That turned out pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, I've been seeing more and more people do that. I think Uncle Jesse actually did a video on balls or something like that. That he printed flat, kind of like that golf ball that Gabe printed, and he would shape it with a heat. He would basically print another piece out of PETG or something, and then he would take a heat gun, place that flat piece in that jig, heat it up, and let it form, and then pop it out.
Yeah, it's super crazy. Jack in the Shop, I don't know why Streamlabs deleted all of your messages. That's pretty crazy. I didn't want it to do
Yeah.
that. And I'm not even using Streamlabs. I'm
Yeah, I
using
was gonna mention that
OBS.
you may have to change some of those settings.
Yeah, like I don't know what you put in there to make it mad, but
No,
it
so
got
you
mad.
can see the message because you can say click on view deleted messages and he didn't say anything.
Yeah, and it
He was
won't.
just talking about batteries.
Yeah, and it won't let me undo it. So sorry about that, Jack in the Shop. Yeah, I need to go in there and delete that. So Streamlabs won't let me do this, even though you set it up exactly like OBS or whatever to do the full screen of the printer or whatever. So I'm not even using Streamlabs tonight. I got in trouble for a long message. Like, good lord, I never put
Yeah,
in
but
anything that you couldn't type in a long message. Like,
yeah, but
engagement's
but
good, dummies.
but that's the funny thing. I'm reading the message. It just says a few batteries, a charge controller, a pure sine water inverter, and you are done. You can build a much nicer unit for a lot cheaper than you can buy one. That's not a long message.
Yeah, like what the heck is that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to disconnect Streamlabs, and it sucks because it won't even do this. So I had to switch back to OBS, the OG. But yeah, I didn't even know it shouldn't even be on my stream right now. That's crazy.
Well, it's taking over.
Yeah,
Skynet.
the Skynet is taking over. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to Gabe and see what you've been printing this week.
So a lot of Super Mario Brothers
I
stuff
almost
for
did this one. I did a different one that was 8 colors, but for the video tomorrow. But yeah, I almost did the same one. But I did a Mario as well.
yeah. So I printed this. My wife, her friend's kid, he's having a Super Mario birthday. So I printed. This all printed at different pieces, so everything's glued together. And so I printed a bunch of stuff for decoration, just to give her, so she can have party favors and stuff like that as a gift. This one, I think it's like 14 inches tall.
Yeah, that thing's huge.
Yeah, so pretty much everything is Super Mario related this week. I finished printing one that I haven't glued together yet, so you'll get it next week.
Yeah, this one's huge too, right? That's
Well,
even bigger.
the Luigi, yeah. So you'll see it next to Mario, one of the pictures later.
It's like, what, a foot and a half, almost 2 foot, foot and a half, oh, 2 foot tall?
Uh, I'm not sure. I can measure it. Give me 1 second.
That's big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
So Luigi is almost 20 inches.
Wow.
Hmm. Wow, that's big.
Yes, it's maybe like 19 and a half inches or so.
Hmm. And Mario's what, like a foot?
Uh, give or take, 12 to 14 inches. So.
Hmm. Big. The Mario's I printed are like 8 inches.
Yeah, but
8 inches.
So it's funny that we were talking about losing power and 3D printing. Can you zoom into the left mushroom there? And then, so you notice that line in the middle of the mushroom? So since I moved to this house, we have lost power maybe 4 times in 6.5 years, and usually it's just for an hour or less. So when I was printing those, I was printing 30 of those. We lost power like 4 in the morning and didn't came back until like 8 in the morning.
Mm.
So I ended up with that line. But I'm not gonna reprint them.
That's not bad, but did you have a power supply to keep it warm? I mean,
Nah.
the bed. So you were lucky that it didn't get dislodged.
Oh, I was definitely very lucky, especially
Yeah.
since that was one of the cold days this week. So it was, and the same was like high 30s, low 40s outside, and the printer is next to the window in my office, so I'm very lucky.
And you can't hardly see that line. I mean, hadn't you have told us and zoomed in, we wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, you can barely see it, and you can barely see it in person too. But I know it's there, so I can see it because I know it's there.
Yeah.
But it's funny because we were just talking about losing power and battery backups and all that, so I could have avoided it.
I lose power once in a while, but not for a long time.
Yeah, we haven't had even during hurricanes passing by, I haven't lost power here. But every now and then, I think it happens maybe once every 2 years we lose power for a few hours. Usually it's less than an hour. The longest that I have lost power, I think, was like 6 hours.
Yeah, I think
Anyway.
a handful of
During
times
hurricane-
here, longest is like 3 or 4 hours.
I mean, during hurricanes, didn't have power for a week, 7 days, 6 days. One year, some years ago, we had 3 hurricanes, one after another, and lost power for a week, came back on. 2 weeks later, we had another hurricane, lost power for another week. Another hurricane came. This was like maybe 10 years, no more than 10 years ago. It was like 15 years ago. I forgot how long it was. Like 3 in a row. In a month and a half, I had half the month without electricity.
Yeah,
Terrible.
for me, I'm from Puerto Rico, so the first, well, I guess one of my worst childhood memories was getting Hurricane Hugo.
Mm-hmm.
We spent more than a month without power.
My father and brother had a sailboat in Puerto Rico, and they had sold it. And 6 months later, Hugo came around and destroyed the boat. They were lucky they sold it before.
They were really lucky.
Yeah.
So anyways, a bunch of more Super Mario stuff. So turtles, stars. I think I spent probably like $100 in filaments just for this.
My grandson loves Mario, and he loves to play the video games. You know, the Nintendo Switch.
Hmm.
He loves it. I
Yeah,
printed a couple, but they're small.
it was a fun print, and I got to use the red on Mario's filament that that I bought last year. Maybe it was it last year. It might have been really early last year or late the year before that I never got around to using it, which is from these guys in sorry in Maryland, the guys that sell the printed solid. So I bought that filament a long time ago, and I had never used it. So I decided just to try it with this one, and it looks cool. But
Yeah, all those turned out amazing.
yeah, it was fun printing them. It was fun. This one was a pain to put together. The white part on the belly goes around, and it doesn't fit perfectly. So gluing it, I still have glue in my hands. Let me just put it that way. Because you would hold it, then it would just move, and you would have to grab it, and yeah, that's a bit of a mess. But it looks really good, and I know it's a 6-year-old birthday, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be really happy when he sees them.
Oh, for sure.
And that makes it worth it. I did have to modify the shoes, so the yellow part, when I first printed the shoes, on the yellow part, one of them wouldn't fit, but there's two different parts there. They wouldn't fit, so I had to go modify one of the yellow parts to make it different so it would actually fit inside.
How long did it take to print that Mario? Okay.
I don't remember, to be honest. Because it prints in parts, so I was using the X1C and the H2C. And I also printed some of the parts on my son's printer, so I probably printed everything in one day, but just because I was using 3 different printers. So yeah, so this is the slicer for the bench and the H2C. You put everything.
Half the waste, 60 grams, compared to what was it, like 100 and something, 130?
Well, but that's just for the tower, so it's not even purging anything.
Yeah, for a 17-gram model, the most ridiculous benchy ever.
Oh, it's definitely ridiculous, but the point is that if you move everything to the right nozzle and you have all the nozzles, you wouldn't be purging anything.
1,422 filament changes saved compared to a printer with one nozzle.
Yeah, 466 grams.
And the cost $1.40 compared to how much was it?
Like 6 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's on 3 hours of time or something like that.
4 hours, about 4 hours time saved.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so you need to get the.
As soon I put it, notify me as soon as they send me the email. I'll probably buy like 8 of them damn things.
Yeah. So when I ordered the printer, they had them. So and I kind of regret only ordering 2. I shouldn't have ordered an extra one just to have it spare. But the way I was saying is like, well, I have 6 of them. So if one of them it's damaged, I would just remove it and just have 5. It's not like the printer is going to be down just because it has 5. But now that they don't have them in stock, I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have bought another one.
Yeah, the hardened ones or whatever, those more expensive. Once those come in, I'll get 7 or 8 of them, just so I have all 6 and then a couple of spare.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting the high flow one just to have one of the high flow, but
Why do you think that there's such a shortage of the AMS now?
Say that again, sorry.
Why is there such a shortage of AMS?
Well, because it
I
hasn't
mean,
been a full month after Christmas, but and,
yeah, I don't
and
know.
well,
They had also a problem with the AMS light. I have a friend that was trying to get the combo, the A1 combo, and
really,
he was only able to get the A1 for Christmas without the combo version. So the AMS light was not available in uh, to order online or to buy from Best Buy or any place else.
Yeah, I haven't seen the AMS anywhere. Like they didn't have any at Micro Center. They didn't have anything for the H2C at Micro Center. All they had was the H2C. They didn't have filament or anything. But I seen
Hmm.
like two or three people walking out of the door while I was walking in for online pickup. I didn't even like already had it ready to go. I seen two or three people walking out with P1Ss, just walking out with them. And there's probably all the AMSs are inside of printers.
Hmm.
However many they have, they're gonna put them in a combo or whatever. But yeah, they're and even the first generation one, they still want $250 for that, and
Hmm.
it's on back order till like mid February. And I think the Pro or the AMS2 Pro is like end of February. I think is when they're supposed to come back in stock.
Yeah, I'll get the Pro. I mean, I wouldn't buy
Yeah, for
for what
50
is it?
bucks more, I would
No,
just get the
not worth
Pro.
it. Exactly.
Yep,
so you're saying
so
the Pro is not worth it?
no, I'm
No, no,
saying
no,
it's
no.
not worth saving 50 bucks for the
Oh,
first one. I would just pay
so
the
so
extra
so
50 to get the new
so
one.
so I agree because the first one, the new one has some upgrades that are worth it.
It's
But
easier to get the
interestingly,
filament clogs out and you can
yes,
dry filament in it. I think that makes it
yes,
worth it.
that's definitely worth it. But I've had more issues with the AMS2 Pros than with the old ones.
Really, I'm
Yes,
opposite.
feeding filaments it, they just if you don't align the spool exactly perfectly, it just becomes a mess. With the old one, I would just throw it in, put it in, and move on. This one, I have to be sure that it's
Yeah,
100%
it is
perfect.
finicky on that.
Yeah.
The issue that I've had is that the Pro, it's much quicker, faster,
Hmm.
and it tends to, unless you have a full filament, I mean, if the spool is not full or almost full,
Yep.
if it's almost empty, it has a problem loading it, and it keeps on going. So I have to
Yep.
open it up and
Yep.
manually. So that's the problem with the Pro because it's much faster and stronger. The speed of the filament,
Hmm.
um, but the fact that you can dry, um I think it's worth it.
It's
Now,
No, no,
easier to
it is definitely
unclog
worth it.
the lines and stuff too. If it does get
yeah,
messed up, it's way
yeah,
easier.
but if you want to use more than one to heat it up, you need to get the adapter uh,
Yeah, the power
for the power
supply.
supply.
Yeah, which I
Exactly.
have one because I had one on the AMS2 Pro with the X1C. So I had uh, two of the old AMS and one of the Pro ones. So I had three AMSs on my X1C. Now I have two and two. And so I had the power supply for so I
Hmm.
can at least use it that way.
Yeah, yeah, but I would get the Pro. I would get the Pro.
No, I
Yeah,
agree.
And
same.
yeah, I would get the Pro.
Same. All right, well, that's going to do it for this evening. Thank you for sending in all of your pictures, and thank you everybody for watching. Be sure to smash the like button on your way out, Hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow on tomorrow's video. Have a great evening.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
You
everybody.
too. Take care.
Have a good
Until
night,
next time.
guys.
Good night. Bye-bye.